Where is the fun in Marvel Strike Force? Are you having fun in Marvel Strike Force right now? I'm discussing where is the fun with my brothers OhEmGee and Remanx. And if you guys are ready for the roundtable discussion, yeah, we're doing it again, guys. Find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Yo, 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 what is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. And in this video, we got another roundtable discussion with my two buddies, Remanx and OhEmGee. We are going to talk about where is the fun in Marvel Strike Force right now. We're going to talk about the major game modes and what fun is being had. So without further ado, guys, here they are, Remanx, OhEmGee. How are you guys doing? It has been way too long since we've done this.
You know what I was thinking is Boundless Necks putting the FU in fun.
You know what? You totally stole my joke.
I know. I can't help it because it's the only thing that makes sense right now.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, that really is kind of you know where we're at right now is the game fun. And
yeah. Well, let's start with you, Remanx. Are you having fun in Marvel Strike Force right now?
So I think I've had more fun playing the game previously, and I feel like right now I'm at that point where I've hit that obligation factor where I'm hitting multiple bottlenecks. I'm trying to build multiple teams for, you know, trying to get this Heroes for Hire team to work in a top 10 alliance on defense and figuring out those T4s, and then the grind of, you know, the Doom raids, and, you know, we have different levels of abilities for these .3 raids and challenges, and you know, sometimes there's nothing you can do. It's completely out of your control, and things just go badly, and you got to restart and spend, you know, cores and energy to get through it. And I think that's, like, for me, is a frustration, is when something just isn't in the player control. It completely comes down to randomness.
Oh, like red stars.
Well, I mean, at least you could try seed theory if you're crazy. But
no theory's been working for me.
But I with this, the size of this nose, I mean, I probably could get a couple of 7 red. So that wasn't funny. That's what.
I've got a big nose too, man. What can I say? I don't know.
OhEmGee, are you having fun? Are you having fun in Marvel Strike Force right now?
Well, I feel guilty saying it. I can tell you where I'm not having fun. I think RTA is still kind of wonky. It never felt right. It still doesn't feel right. Okay, Doom raids. Okay, and this might be a in-game thing. I actually am struggling in some of the Doom raids every day, like, you know, the boss nodes, and I'm like kind of obsessed right now with trying to one-shot some of these boss nodes. And I hate to say that is fun, but that is fun. It is fun for me because
that's fun
if I was able to autoplay it, or if I wasn't able to, if I was able to like do it mindlessly, that would not be fun. It is just barely out of reach for me to one-shot some of these nodes, and I'm struggling. And so I'm having to think about, do I really want to put the T4 on Venom's special or ultimate? Do I really want to bring him up to 5 red, you know, on Venom, right? But that's the kind of decisions I'm having to make right now, and for me that is actually fun.
Yeah, for myself, I'm having fun with the Doom raids as well. That chase, if it was easy or if it was too far out of reach, I wouldn't think it's fun. But for me, I'm very close. I'm one-shotting the non-boss nodes now, and you know, Doom makes a big difference. Kestrel makes a big difference. Since they came into the game, I'm having fun with the Doom raids because I'm not at the point where I can one-shot the boss nodes. Well, the mutant one with the Axeman, but the rest of them are still kind of hard. It's still within reach, but still I'm not there yet. And that chase of it is fun. You know, the chase for me in this game is very, very fun. So I'm having fun in the raids. I think the Doom raids are great right now. You know, and if you're not there, once you get Doom, once you get Kestrel and get these characters up, it's a lot more fun because it's about planning, and you can use strategy on these nodes.
Right. it's so much different than you 7.5. You 7.5, you could focus probably on one of two teams, you know, Astonishing X-Men or Symbiotes, right? Here, it's not only is it 5 different teams, some of the nodes are specific on who to use, right? And the skill nodes. So like there's a better team for the middle one shot, and then there's a better team for the, you know, so it's going from one team to maybe, I don't want to say at least 5 teams, but probably variations of 5 teams for it to work correctly. And I find that fun. Yes, I'm having fun in the Doom raids, and I almost worry that, you know, once you beat it, then what? And maybe that's where Rem is. Maybe he's beat it, and then what? You know, and then it just becomes a chore, you know, to do it every day. I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of it, but I think you guys just summed it up. It's when you build in a hero collector. It's when you build your roster, and you're able to experience challenging content that you can solve like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Right. By building the right characters, using the right sequence of actions, and have it be something that's replicable. Like you can do every single time you go in there, teach your other alliance. You know, as content creators, this is, you know, kind of the juice of what we do, right? Is, you know, sharing insights and experiences. But when it comes down to it, I still feel that there's just, and I guess maybe it's a complaint on my end, is just the, you're not getting the right feedback, like the UI bug with like the dots.
Yeah.
You know, consistently. Well, I mean, and I think that. So, you know, when you get to the point where you're nuanced and you're trying to beat that bio node, and you've done it before, but you're getting the wrong feedback because the dots that you thought exist don't exist, and you do your special on Carnage, and you do 300k damage because none of those dots really existed, and you scream at the top of your lungs, you know, and then it's just,
hey, you got it this time.
I got it this time. You know, it's a whole different story.
Yeah. So I like it, you know, and you talk about the hero collectors. Progress is a big part of it, because I was getting smashed the first time I went into them. Like, oh, this is not fun, because it was so far out of reach. And then it's like, all right, I'm doing a couple of these nodes, and I'm seeing progress as my roster starts to build. And then we've got these Kestrel, and then once I unlock Doom, it's like, all right, this is doable. This is doable on a daily basis.
So you're saying, I thought it was pronounced Castrol.
Yeah, Castrol.
Castrol?
Castrol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was all right. That is a joke. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I was like, wait, was I pronouncing it wrong? All right, I get it.
You're right, but you're wrong. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. All right. So let's move on to other game modes. Let's talk about Arena. There's been a lot of complaints about these two characters, these two strongest characters, Silver Surfer and Kestrel, being released right back to back. And what is that? I think that's been a positive change for Arena. You know, for so long, we've had the Black Order on Arena offense, Black Order on Arena defense. I'm not seeing the Black Order there anymore. I haven't used them in Arena offense ever since Silver Surfer came around, and I don't see them in D anymore. What is your take on Arena right now? I'll start with you, Remanx.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I feel like basically arena challenges are differing depending on your shard. You know, Mobile's got an older shard where he's got some, you know, big players, and I'm the Kraken in my shard, and I feel like, do we want an arena defense to hold? And I don't know if we're sold on that.
Yeah, I don't know if any are holding right now, but I'm getting different matchups. There's so many different teams in Arena now that I think that is good. Yeah, there's still problems in Arena. The slingshot mechanic sucks. I'm getting conflicting reports about the exploit that may or may not have been solved. But there's a lot of different teams. How are you feeling about OhEmGee? About Arena OhEmGee?
So I'm in the same shard as Valley, and yes, it's an old shard. It's the second shard in the game. It's a beta shard, and there are some top 50 players in that shard for sure. I mean, there is 6'6" Silver Surfers and there's 6'6" Kestrels in my shard every day. Absolutely. So here's the day. Am I having fun? And the answer is yes, but why am I having fun? Is it because it's actually fun, or is it because it's not Black Order on Black Order?
Oh, that's an interesting point.
I think that's all it is. That's all it is right now. It's not Black Order on Black Order. Therefore, it is much better than it was. So what I'm finding is that everybody is, I'm looking at my opponent. Are they running Emma Zemo, or are they just running Zemo? Or are they not? Do they not care about speed? And then just trying to have my team just slightly faster than theirs to get off a combo. I can think about it. Are they running Kestrel or not running Kestrel? If they're not running Kestrel, then I have more options, or I can run Phoenix and or Hela, on my offense. So every team is beatable, and there's enough RNG in the arena where I don't win every time. Sometimes things just don't work. Sometimes Zemo doesn't crit and fuel the turn meter for Longshot and Shatterstar. Sometimes Zemo just doesn't ability block Doom, right?
Or Doom.
Doom. Yeah, Doom, right? And so it's become a function of, I should win. Am I winning 60% of the time? Is this team win 70% of the time? Does this team win 80% of the time? Trying to find a team that can win 95% of the time has been a thing that I find fun. Is it actually fun, or is it just not Black Order versus Black Order? Black Order versus Black Order was flip second, put it on auto, mindless trash. I hate it. I called it before it happened, and it was exactly like I said it happened. And it was basically, we had to deal with that for a better part of a year, and it just was not fun. I feel like
it's been a year. It was last April.
Yeah, so better part of a year. I feel like I got something back that I lost. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like I'm going through my pockets before I do laundry, and I found a $20 bill in my pocket. It's kind of how I feel about Arena right now. It's just like, wow, I forgot the Arena could be fun, actually.
Yeah, I'm using different teams every day, and depending on who the opponent is using, there's no cookie cutter offensive team, and I'm experimenting with different teams on defense, and nothing really holds on defense. But you said exactly right. There is some RNG. It's not, if I go in with this team, I'm automatically going to win.
Yeah,
I'm usually gonna win, but sometimes I get my butt kicked, and I think that adds to the fun. If I knew I was gonna win every single time and I could throw it on auto, it's like, yeah, whatever. But if I'm going in like, all right, I got to play this thing or I could lose. And if I play this right, I might lose. I think that is a good thing. So I'm actually having a lot of fun in Arena. I'm having fun in the raids. Let's talk about War, because this one is probably going to be very different once Misty Knight comes out. But what is your current feelings on War, Remanx?
Yeah, so I mean, war is going to be one of those things where I still think matchups kind of suck. The four time zones still don't make sense. They baffle me. The fact that they've kind of distributed the top 4 alliances into 4 different time zones to just dominate is stupid. It's beyond. It's not fun when you don't have these tight matchups. But then again, I wouldn't want to have 3 wars a week where it was, white knuckle, hold on to your hats, throw your wallet at the problem scenario where you had to buy the packs of shame in order to win every single time. But I think that's what they want, right? I just feel like, either the matchup is 60 million one way or the other, and I don't think there's a happy medium.
How, other than the matchmaking, OhEmGee, are you having fun in War? The matchmaking has always kind of been very questionable.
Okay, so I hate to say this, and there's probably a video about it. The highlight of my week was losing a 200K Shadowlands punch-up. The highlight of my week was losing a matchup where, for some reason, Mr. Sinister cloning Moon Knight creates problems. Moon Knight the match changes drastically when, Electra doesn't disrupt Strife. Then the Mr. Sinister clones Moon Knight. For some reason, it just plays out differently, and I lost. I lost the matchup, and that probably I play the first 2 hours of War, 6 matches typically on a competitive War, and if I lose one match, that's a problem, and I typically don't. I typically don't lose a match. I mean, maybe 1 out of 4 wars I'll lose a match, right? And that's really strange that was the one war. That's the only war, the only matchup I remember is the one that I lost, right? And so somehow that's fun. Alliance War, it bothers me that Alliance War typically is the highlight of my week. and it's a deeply flawed game mode with horrific matchmaking, and it's time-based instead of efficiency-based. We've got multiple time zones, and I feel that we're going to there's drastically missing fun game modes. I don't understand how this deeply flawed game mode is probably the best game mode in the game for me, because it doesn't even make sense the way that it's set up with multiple time zones, where basically we're getting 3 total matchup a season that actually even are meaningful. The rest of them are meaningless 100 million punch ups or 100 million punch downs. And that's that. And then, you know, we're getting 3 great wars. And you're right. I don't, you know, and a great war means that I've got to set my alarm for 3 a.m. For a 3:15, because I'm in Pacific time in the time zone I play in. You know, when it's a 10-hour war, that means I'm waking up at 3 a.m. To do my last attack. And yeah, that's exciting, but is that a good game mode design? I don't think it is.
Yeah, I know I'm having more fun than I have in the past in war, but all those issues that you guys mentioned are there. The matchmaking sucks. You know, sometimes you got to set alarms. The different time zones has been an issue for a while, but you know, as far as my fun, I'm you know, some of these new teams like the X Factor, like Shadowlands, like the newly reformed Skilletary, they're fun to try out because you don't really get to try those out into other game modes because they don't have the war bonuses. So I like going in with X Factor and just smashing teams. For me, that's fun, regardless of the poor matchmaking and all that stuff and some of the stress and the costs and all that. So I'm having more fun in war than I have been in the past few months, but there are some flaws that do need to be addressed. But
yeah, on a positive note, though, I will say that war specifically, there's kind of this. There isn't a cookie cutter answer. You're going to see different looks. With the Doom specifically, there isn't one, like, you know, you're not going to see every Doom's team's going to look the same. You'll see F4 with Doom, or you'll see BH 2.0 with Doom, or you might see, you know, variations with X-Men with Doom. And so every alliance kind of has a different trend, and sometimes even with, so it's kind of a very interesting, it's interesting to me. Yeah. The drawback with that is, I think it comes down to, again, just the bugs and the frustration factor is how many of that, how many of that is when, you know, you clear immunity and it's not really cleared, and you thought it was cleared and you get the wrong data. That's such a frustrating element.
Oh, I had that this morning. That
happened to me. That happened to me probably like 4 wars ago, where you know what, it's a disgrace that I have to play the game in low graphics mode. Right, you know, because Silver Surfer potentially crashes the game on Android / BlueStacks devices, and when you go, so and then a different bug is, and apparently the buff bug that Rem's talking about, it only happens in low graphics mode. So it's like in high graphics mode, apparently it doesn't exist.
And then you get another bug.
You crash when you use Silver Surfer, and you know, like you would think that it'd be top priority. You know, because I would prefer to play on high graphics mode. I think the game's beautiful, right? And not have it crash, and not have this phantom buff mode where you know. I mean, why should I have to go if I'm going into Brotherhood 2.0 versus Shield Fury? It's coming down to the point where you have to play on 1X and just see if it says resisted, because you can't even check the thing to see if it says 0 or 1, because it says 1 now.
And how long has that been going on? It's been going on for so long. Why hasn't that been fixed?
Absolutely trash. Absolutely. Yeah, it's absolutely trash.
And they've known about it for so long as well.
They thought they fixed it. It isn't fixed. It has to do.
They made it worse, because now you can't even hover over it. Before you could see if it said 0. Now you can hover over it and it says 1, and you actually get bad data back. And the only way to know is just YOLO it and do the Magneto ult and just hopefully some of the blinds stick, but you don't know. You don't know.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's like you know, if it's a frustration factor, takes away from fun. Imagine if we didn't have to deal with that. I think a lot of us would have turned our frustrations into fun factors, and maybe that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, I don't know. So what? Overall, this game, there's problems. The devs need to fix the bugs. That for me, that's the major issue that I'm having right now with Marvel Strike Force. The bottlenecks suck. Real-time arena still, they're making changes, but it still sucks. I mean, I don't even know if it's improved this season over last, but that needs to be fixed. But Arena, I'm having fun. Doom Raids, I'm having fun. And War, I'm having way more fun than I ever have because of all these hybrid teams and new teams. Where are you at overall, Remanx?
Yeah, so I mean, I think the game's in a better place. I think just because of the fact that I've solved a lot of the content, I'm at the point where I'm kind of hyped for what ISO 2 will bring and what I'll be getting for ISO 2. The challenge of kind of understanding some of the new teams that are on the horizon and the rumors that are starting to flood in, and so I guess that's like it kind of stagnates a little bit for me faster when a patch comes out because I've accomplished things because I just throw money at the problem. And so,
maybe don't throw as much money and then you'll have to grind and have to chase a little more and you have more fun.
Wow,
maybe.
Wow.
Maybe.
Wow.
Sounds like a bad marketing thing for you, Scopal Boundless next, whatever you want to call yourself.
Yeah.
Spend less money on the game and you have more fun, I guess.
Maybe.
Where are you at, OhEmGee? Are you overall having fun with this game? Or not?
Yeah. So I, in reality, yes, Arena's more fun. Yes, Alliance War typically has always been fun, and even though I'm worried about power creep, with Kestrel and Silver Surfer and Heroes for Hire, I'm looking at even Heroes for Hire as an opportunity and the possibility of them going from 8 teams to 10 teams as fun. I hate to say it, I think it's fun. To me, it's fun to have these new obstacles in the way. The problem, so like for me, power creep, I like to believe that there is a plan with this power creep, but I'm not sure when they can't, multiply, the daily, credits for the Nick Fury costume. They can't do this simple math of 900 credits per day times 15 days does not add up to 16,000.
That was very disappointing. Right after the major bug, like a simple math, they couldn't figure that out the very next day. That was very disappointing.
And they can't do the math to like actually check it. And I said it yesterday. Tonight we're going into. I apologize here. You do know that there's an actual missing superior item there too. So the actual superior secret intel is missing. So you get all the other skill gear. You're missing the superier, the orange piece, the origin piece. Well, there you go.
Fix your game.
Yeah, it's just like and I think that's what we're going to talk about on Revenue is like given there's huge power creep, power leap, if you will, going on right now, and I'd like to think there's a plan for it, but given some of the lack of attention to detail on small things makes me really scratch my head and wonder what's really going on. I don't have a lot of confidence in they're doing what they're doing. It does look like there is a massive hiring push going on right now, and I believe. And we'll talk about this on RAM, and I don't want to get into too much detail, but COVID has created obstacles, and I'm in Nevada, I'm from California, and it's all opening up. And I can tell you this, 6 months ago, nobody was wanting to move anywhere for any job in those states. And things are different now. Today, things are different. And I don't think that I think there were people that needed to move out of Scopely, and then there's people that need to be moved into Scopely. And hopefully they made enough money last year to hire the right people to get the job done, because this game is a phenomenal success financially, and they need to dump the resources if they want to continue that success.
Well, yeah, and I'll say this, right? The last thing I'll say here is, like if you watch the last campaign, though, they definitely, Beast was like, hey, it's survival of the richest. I mean, the fittest.
All right. Well, thank you for that. We're gonna go over to your channel, Remanx. We're gonna talk about consumer confidence, and then we're gonna go over to your channel, OhEmGee. We're gonna talk about all this power creep that's been going on. So we're gonna continue this roundtable discussion. I did want to talk about something a little more positive because they've been throwing a lot of salt towards Scopely's way. Well-deserved salt, by the way, for all their bugs and all their inattention to detail. But overall, I'm still having fun with Marvel Strike Force, and that's where I'm at right now, despite some of its shortcomings, some of the lack of attention to detail by the devs. So thank you guys. We're going to continue this conversation on both of their channels, so the links will be down below, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go. OhEmGee and Remanx. Oh, there it is. Oh, the X. There it is. ValleyFlyin. OhEmGee. Remanx. Out.